So we're here at the maiden edition of the High Life Party at the Gold Coast Hub, and Lipstick Band, an all-female band, just finished performing, and they actually were the first band that actually got a lot of people on their feet dancing. They delivered an amazing performance, and I first want to ask, from them, are you guys musicians in the first place?
Yeah, we are.
All of you guys?
All of us. We are music.
Like you do this, you have a separate profession, and then do this as a hobby?
Some of us do have other things we do. Recently we just had our bassist completing school and becoming a medical doctor. And
So we have a medical doctor performing. Who's this doctor?
right.
Oh, so this is the medical doctor. What's your name? What's your name?
Ama.
Congratulations. And she's doing this as a hobby, right? Are you looking at doing this for like a long time? I'm impressed. So what goes into, practicing or rehearsing before you guys perform?
A lot goes into it because we have to take a lot of time to get the songs right. So we do individual practices before we come together to do a rehearsal, because some of us, like Amma being in medical school, I'm also I'm an instructor at the Winneba University and all that. So everybody has something to do. God being so good, we came together. Some people knew, some people they introduced them to us, and then came together. Our lead singer Ruby was from Mentor 5, so we came together, and here we are.
Right. And how long have you guys been together?
Currently, I would say that together as Lipstick Band, we've been together for 4 years.
Okay.
4 years.
Okay, like some of you started before.
Yeah, some of us started like 10 years back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I realize you do covers of, veteran high life musicians. When is that EP or album coming? The Lipstick original?
We are working on it. We are currently recording. We've recorded a few songs. We don't want to play it out until we've officially launched it, or at least brought it out officially before we can play it out. So that's why for now we are still playing cover versions. But then soon enough, we are hoping that God willing, by next year, our original songs should be out there, because we want to be a very, very unique band. We are already unique in our own right as women, but we want to be very unique because we don't want to be known as just the band that would be playing cover versions, 4 hours gigs, playing parties here and there. We want to go internationally, and to go internationally you have to have your own recordings. And so yes, we are working on it. God willing, by next year we would launch our own compositions, and then we take it from there.
All right. So last but one question: being an all-female band in an industry that is filled with men, men bands and all of that, how challenging is this, or how easy or challenging is it?
It's a dicey question, because I don't know whether to say it's easy or it's challenging.
Yeah?
It's a mixture of everything, because we are women, first of all. And so people, sometimes when we have gigs, people like,
Well, you get people looking down on you, thinking you're not capable.
We do. Because people think that, they're women. Let's go and see what they can do, And then when they get there, and on our first song intro to the middle of the song, they're like, hey, hold on. They are not just women, they are musicians. And that is what we want to prove to the world, that we are not women who want to do something. No, we are musicians, and that is what we want to portray. So it makes it challenging, because here are some people comparing us to the male bands. And those who have compared us are like, you rock, because they begin to realize that some of the things the guys do, most of the male bands, I dare say that we do way better than them. So it gives us, that plus, that we are not just women, but we are doing something, and people are getting the message. Right.
And how long are you looking at doing this?
For as long as God would bless us to go.
And I want to ask this question before I let you guys go.
Right.
You're an all-female band, and you know how females, how we can be sometimes. Petty, gossip here and there, petty backbiting. Do you guys, have that experience, and how do you deal with it?
Well, I would say that first of all, we are professionals. So we don't do pettiness
Okay.
amongst us. We have that policy of women that when something is going wrong or we feel somebody is doing something, we call the person to order. Look, this thing will not help the group, so you better change it, and we move on. We don't go backbiting each other. Yeah, we have fun, so much fun. We love each other to the bone, and we look out for each other. So, if something is going wrong, because we want to see the group still going and tight, we try not to keep pettiness. We try to solve it on a very, matured level. So then we take it from there.
So yeah, you heard from the Lipstick Band. They're an all-female band. They're made up of 8 people, and I tell you what, from what I saw tonight and what I saw at a Fias concert, I think they rock. Really, in her words, they rock. So next time you're at an event and you see an all-female band performing, you might want to look again. It might be the Lipstick Band.
I hope you have a handkerchief here. People know sound that
Attention.
Party taking place at the Gold Coast Hub, and Chin Chim Band. I hope I got the name right. In Chim Chim, right? In Chim Chim. They just finished performing, and I must say their performance was also amazing. They performed right after the Lipstick Band, and looking at how that band raised the bar, they came and then they conquered, and I enjoyed myself. You asked me, but in Chin Chim, how did you come up with that name?
Chin Chim is actually an Adinkra symbol, so we adopted the name because it means diversity, and we want to be diverse. That's what we are doing right now, so we adopted the name so that it will guide us in whatever we want to do.
So tell me, how did the band come about?
Well, it started with our CEO here. He started it, so recruitment, so
how, I mean, is it that are you all musicians, or you have your side professions?
We are musicians, all of us.
Right.
So some of us did music in school too, so we all met and we want to do. We love music. That's what we love doing. So
how long have you been doing this?
I think 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. 5 years. We are in our 5th year. Yeah.
And how long are you looking at doing this?
Forever, actually. That's we want to keep doing this till we can't do it no more. So, yeah.
So why High Life? Why band?
Okay, I love live band. I love High Life because to me, I grew up in High Life, especially the guitar bands and the Boga High Lives, and paying attention to the instrumentations and the lyrics and the context in which these guys performed, I could relate more, and looks like it doesn't fade. Doesn't fade away. Anytime you hear a Match This song, it feels brand new. So we felt, I mean, this ours is unique. So why don't we keep doing this? And if we can also add ours, so that it doesn't lose its quality, but then we keep the tradition going. That's why we keep doing High Life. So
earlier I asked if you have side professions, and you said no, you're doing music.
Okay, individually, some of us have side professions, but then music is what keeps us going most of the time.
Right. And you're a band of how many people?
In total, we are like 10. That's including our technical guys. But then with our pieces, as in the background, we are 3 backgrounds and then 2 singers. So we are 5.
So what exactly are you looking at achieving with this band you guys are doing?
Well, our aim is to, okay, Otibisa is like our target for now. We want to also be an artist band, you know, do our own songs, you know, play at festivals, tours and stuff. So that is our utmost priority, and keep entertaining people all the time. So Gym is like a family. This is not just, I mean, the number. We want to grow, I mean, so that wherever we go, then we have Gym as a family.
So you're a group of 10 guys. Tell me, what are some of your challenges?
To be frank, we seriously have nothing as a challenge right now. As a group, and when you have people coming together, the first thing that you need to have is understanding. And we happen to be guys, and it's a cliche that, I mean, we're guys, nothing happens to be.
But is that the truth?
That's the truth. I've seen that with my family here. We never seem to misunderstand anyone on any issue. So I would say there is nothing. And we hope that nothing comes as well as a challenge. We pray that God keeps giving us the height. And yeah, the blessing keeps coming, that's all.
So far so good in terms of finances, in terms of instruments, you're okay?
As a vision, I wish that we could have a whole house, a whole warehouse of instruments set. So until we are there yet, I won't say that we are okay. But as I said, God keep blessing us as we pray. And more money, more blessings, yeah, as a band.
So you heard from the Chim band. Like I said, I enjoyed their performance. And so the next time you're at an event and you happen to, you know, come across, you know, them or see them perform, well, you might as well support them. They've been doing this for 5 years and they're not slowing down. So you support them so they can, you know, reach their targets, which is to be like Osibisa, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Or even bigger.
Or even bigger, yeah.
Yes.
You heard them.
So
Thank you.
Viewers can follow us on social media at _, on all social media platforms. On YouTube at Nchinchim Band. We have videos, covers there you can watch and also enjoy. So
follow them on social media, support them. To book them, you can. Yeah.
You can also follow us and book us. I mean, you can send us a message on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. We have our mail to there. So
they're just a click away. So yeah, support them by booking them, you know, and support their dream basically. Thank you guys so much.
I feel no
We're still here at the High Life party, and I have here with me Curl Songs. It's been a while I saw him, and he's here to perform at the Hip Life party, High Life party, I beg your pardon. And of course, I want to ask him, he's yet to perform actually. So I want to ask, first of all, what do you think about this initiative?
What do I think about?
This initiative, you know, High Life party, bringing together, you know, artists who don't specifically do high life, bring them together, mix up with a band, perform and celebrate high life.
I think it's a very good initiative. You know, Ghana, what we have is high life. That's what we have. So when anything related to high life promotes Ghanaian culture and then promotes Ghanaian music as well. So for me, I feel it's a very great initiative. Yeah, so I feel it's a very great initiative. So big ups, big ups. That's why we're here. We'll anytime they call us, we'll be so glad to be here.
And how gingered are you for your performance? So what's your performance?
Charlie, we did. Let's see.
It's been a while. Where have you been?
I traveled. I was on a tour with Nana Amachidede in the United States of America. We toured 6 states with Kwadwo Nkansa Lewin, and this was brought by Steeman Entertainment, which is currently my new label. So yeah,
Entertainment?
Steeman Entertainment. Yeah. So yeah, we're on tour and then we are back and then we're here to work. It's still music. Yeah.
So looking at you, I'm impressed. I'm happy. You've lost weight. But you know, the rumor out there is that you took some drugs to aid your weight loss. I need you to clarify this. How did you come about? I mean, how did you work on your weight? So he's trying to say that's how he you know, lost his weight, exercising. You know. Interesting. So basically you worked out, that's what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
So that debunks the drug weight loss thing?
When I heard that, like, it was funny. It was funny.
Now, you mentioned a while ago that you're under a new label, which is STEM Man what? Steeman Management. But you know, a quick look at your profile, especially on Instagram, I've realized personally that your former boss, you keep on apologizing to him. You know, I want to ask, why apologize to him?
Oh, you know,
is that to admit that you were wrong in the first place?
I won't say I was always right with working with Kewa, and he's my godfather, and I still see him as a father. So I wouldn't say working with him. No. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. But rather, I'll look at it from the positive side. You know.
So why then did you apologize? If you believe in what you said or what you stand for, why did you apologize?
It's not like I don't want to admit that I didn't apologize. Yes, I said I apologize because I work with him, and then one way or the other I might offend him. So if I have offended him, then you know I'm saying sorry, and Daddy, I want to come to him. So I even want to use this medium to say that, Kewa, Papa, I am very sorry if I have wronged you in any way, and I wish and I pray that you forgive me. And if there's a way that I can still come back into your heart as the child you've always seen as the first child of your label, I still say I'm sorry.
Now I need you to also clarify this rumor. A lot of people, you know, are speculating that you probably apologize because he cursed you guys. I mean, other people that left his label on a bad note, I mean, said nasty stuff about him. He cursed you guys, and so to sort of dodge that curse, you decided to apologize. How true is that?
This is so sad. Like, this is the first time I'm actually hearing this, and I don't think my father Kewa, the man Kewa, would do that. And if he did that too, which I do not believe he is going to do that, but I wouldn't do that because he has cursed me. At the end of the day, I know that we all serve a living God, and it's one God we serve. One way or the other, we work, and maybe I might offend him or I stepped on his toe. He should also see me as a child. I believe that when you say obadien so good na so I am chanchine ye paper say boni bimpo na mayena, I feel say it shouldn't get to, and he is a man of God, he say David on ye, and I don't think say Mimpo may no.
So last question, and I'll let you go. So prior to you leaving his label, you mentioned that you wanted to be free, you wanted to break free because you weren't happy, under him. I want to ask you now you've left his label, you're with a new management. Are you happy? Are you a better musician under this new label?
Let me correct this. I never said I wasn't happy. All I'm saying is that I worked with KY, which I am still even working with him because I still have songs with him, which I am hoping to release in the near future. So I wouldn't say that working with him and the question is somewhere.
Are you happy? Are you a better musician?
I won't say I am a better musician, but he has taught me a lot. I get emotional when I'm saying this because it makes me feel like how do people see it? How do people feel like sometimes in life we feel like we want to move on and then we want to try something else. I feel like if somebody was in my position, that person will also want to try something else. So why is it that anytime we want to try something else and then if we fail, they'll talk. But if we want to try something else, because I believe that it's only the loser who quits. I keep trying, and that's why I'll keep on doing. So,
looking back, do you have any regrets?
The only regret I would have is that if what you are saying, that some cares they're inside, that's the only regret I will have.
Your decisions, leaving the label, looking back, if you're to get another chance to undo certain things, are there going to be things that you undo?
It's just that, see, the thing is not like meja label, no, it's not like that. I don't want it like that, and I don't want it to get like that. Yeah, I don't want it to get like that. So I'll just leave that for now. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
See, I say I miss your pressure, I miss your ginger. Your ginger, I know you waiting, love. See, you say you miss your pressure, you miss your ginger. Your ginger, you waiting, love. See, now you know that you let her come out. You know, say I'm in that for your case.
at the Hip Life Party, and I'm here with the legendary George Gerard. He is the headline act for tonight's event, and I am so honored. When this man became a national sensation, I believe I was still in my teens, I was in kindergarten probably. And to stand with him today to interview him is such an honor. Dada George, where have you been? It's been a while.
I'm around. Sometimes I travel, and sometimes I come back, so I'm around.
Right. And what have you been doing all these years? It's been a while we enjoyed or heard anything from you in terms of music. What have you been doing all these while?
Well, I went back to school, but just after the Ashikele album, I got involved in the very nasty accident. And I think Marco Krekumanti is my witness. So I recoiled into my shell somehow, but I'll come back soon. Yeah.
But is there anything you prepared in these times that you have coiled or observing things? Are there any things that you have been working on in terms of music?
Yeah, I have about 10 singles now, and now we don't release albums, we release singles. So I'll keep recording. When the time is ripe, I'll start releasing them. Yeah.
Why don't you want to release an album?
Now I see they release singles more than albums, so I'll release them singularly. Then, and when I've released about 10 songs, I'll then compile them into an album and release it. Yeah.
Uncle George, looking at your era of doing music and the era now, the era of the youngsters, what is that significant difference you see as a veteran musician?
I don't see much difference. The only thing I see is that we're in the analog age and this is a digital age. During our time, it was very hard to record. So you have to record, call a bassist, a guitarist, an organist, and some other people before you could record. But now you can do everything on the computer. But the difference is, during our time, we had a lot of ideas coming together. The guitarist has his own ideas, the bassist, the organist, and the other people. But now it's just like one person sitting in the studio doing the beat. So what I've observed is the producers, the sound engineers, they don't stay on top for long because they keep doing beats until they've done all and they just go off the scene. So I think we should mix the old and the new, because when I went to Israel, that's what I observed in Mushroom Studio with Noam Hartman. He does this digital thing, but he doesn't forget the analog thing. So I think we should marry both too. If you marry both the digital and the analog, it will be better. I don't see anything different. Personally, I can sing, I can rap, even if you listen to Ashikele. So even what I'm bringing out, you wouldn't believe it's George Gerard who is doing that. So personally, I don't see any difference. Yeah.
Would you say with the current singles that you have that are yet to be released, would you say that to a large extent those singles have been in a way influenced by what these youngsters are doing now?
Yeah, because music is dynamic. What I did with Ashikele, maybe if I had done Ashikele this year, it might not be a hit. So I go with the flow. I can't just come from the old and bring something old for the youngsters to consume. So I listen to the youngsters, the Sarkodis and the Kwame Eugenes and the Kiddies, and I observe the public and I know what the public wants, because music is about feeding your listeners with what they want. You can't come back and impose something about 20 years back and impose it on them. So it is just similar to what we're hearing now, but the only difference is the George Gerard lyrics. So strange, I have my own lyrics, that's the different thing.
So again, looking at the industry now, the youngsters have taken over. As a veteran musician, what would you say is that one thing they're doing right and the other thing they're doing wrong?
To me, they are doing everything right. Some people criticize them, but personally, I will never criticize them. Because when we were coming up, we had this Nana Kwame and Pedus and Adolphus and Alex Kunedus. They were playing this typical high life. That was the time Alpha Blondie 2 came up. So Alpha Blondie was the toast of the whole of West Africa. So we fused Alpha Blondie's style into what we were doing, and the youth accepted it. So this is their time. So I don't see anything wrong with what they are doing. Personally, I like what they are doing. To be honest with you, I like what they are doing.
Are we ever going to see a day where George Gerald will collaborate with these youngsters?
Yeah, I have a work to do with Edem. But something cropped up and I had to postpone it even without telling him. And if he's listening, Edem, I apologize. Yeah, I'm waiting for the day where I can collaborate with maybe the Kwame Eugenes and the Kiddies and the others. I'm waiting for that day and I'll be very grateful for that day, yeah.
So are you going to wait for them to, approach you, or you'd approach them?
It can be both ways. I can approach them, they can approach me. For instance, Edem, he approached me. I approach Ochirame Kwame, so I can approach them, they can approach me. But for now, I'm biding my time, yeah.
I asked you that question because, some of your colleague veteran musicians, some of them have come out to complain that, these youngsters, some of them find it difficult to approach legends like yourself in terms of collaborations, and they find that disrespectful. So I was only trying to find out from you if you share the same sentiment.
I don't share that sentiment because some people approach me. By this time, I'm over 50 years. So if a young guy of the age of 19 is coming to me, he's not going to find it that easy. So we need no criticize them about that. They are doing the right thing, but it's very difficult. Personally, I wouldn't find it easy approaching Kojentry. He's a senior man. I wouldn't find it easy approaching Ohineba Kisi. So it's true, they will not find it easy approaching me. But if our path cross, then we do something together, yeah.
Uncle George, what's your stance on the legalization of weed?
I think government should legalize it. It is legalized in many countries. Let's go back. No mean a person than the late Kofi Annan, who has been a Secretary General of the United Nations Organization. He said it should be decriminalized. The man he's mature than me, he's more educated than me, and has got more experience and a lot of exposure. So let's answer this question. Why did such a man say that? So it means he knows something I don't know. Maybe you two don't know, maybe we don't know. So I think it should be decriminalized, no problem.
Is this something that, this on the light side, is this something that you use?
No, I don't use it. I've been a young boy before. And now I'm a legend and a role model. I've been a young boy. Maybe during my youthful days, I did certain things that were wrong. But in my age, I don't think I'll ever indulge in that. But I would never condemn anyone doing it, because in some countries, it is legalized. Yeah.
I was just about to ask you that. For someone who doesn't use it, why would you then push for it to be legalized? I beg your pardon.
So, from what you're saying,
yeah,
will it be logic if I say Kofi Annan to use marijuana? It wouldn't be logic. It's coming from my point of view. Kofi Annan said it doesn't mean onumwi. So if I say it doesn't mean I'm in. I am following what Kofi Annan said. He's more educated than me. He has a doctorate degree. I just have a bachelor's degree. And he has traveled more, and he has more exposure than me. So he knows why he said it. So I think we should follow what Kofi Annan said.
Now, last question, then I'll let you go.
I'm listening.
So there's this question that I've always wanted to ask you. It started off as a rumor.
Yeah.
When the late Castro, I don't want to say the late, musician Castro disappeared.
Yeah.
There was this rumor that came up that shortly after he disappeared, some people claim that they once saw him with you in BA. How true is that rumor?
That's not
in
true.
Bronga Hafo.
It's not true. I had a very hectic time with the police explaining myself. And personally, I didn't know why that story came up. I was in my room one day when I had a knock on my door. I opened the door and I saw 6 policemen. And they just barged into my room and started looking under chairs and beds. I just folded my arms and looked at them and asked them what was going on. They said, Castro were here, and I say, I'm in Kumasi. the thing happened in Odan, so I can't be in Kumasi and Odan at the same time. So there was one inspector with them. I think the younger ones thought they wanted to harass me, so I was so calm. Because my father was also a soldier man, so military men, the children of military men and policemen, we are taught to respect the law. So I stayed calm. They ransacked the room, the hall, the bedroom and everything, and they went away. I don't know where that rumor came from. And to be honest with you, I saw Castro about 2 years before that thing happened. I recorded with him at Dambasi studio. I was doing a track and I called him to do a collabo. He did the rap, and from then I was even waiting for him for the video. And even Castro's brother Martin is my witness. I called Castro's former manager, I've forgotten his name, DJ Ames. And Ames gave me Martin's number, that's Castro's brother. I called Martin and he told me Castro has measles. So I had to postpone the video. About some few days, I heard he was missing, and then the police started coming after me that Castro is with me. Yeah.
So you're saying on record you were never seen in Brongahafo with Castro after he disappeared?
I don't remember being in Brongahafo. I remember being in the Western region, that is around Yamachan, just to do some interviews and do some CD distributions. Since 1997, 98, I've never been to Brongahafo. I went to Doma Secondary School, and everybody in Doma, Ahinkuro, the district, and maybe the Brikum area will testify to this fact that way back from 1997, I've ever set my foot in Doma Ahinkuro. So I don't know where that story came from. That was definitely not me.
And that's also to say that you don't know where he is, just like the many of us.
I don't know where he is, but I don't want to believe he's dead, because until I see his corpse, and until I get something authentic or maybe a DNA report, I'm not going to believe that he's dead. Yeah.
How was your relationship like with him prior to his disappearance?
Yeah, when he did the Stradinam remix, there was some skirmishes. But Okreku Manti pulled us, he settled everything. So we later on became very close. I played a show with him at Konongo. That show was arranged by Frame Prince, Anane Frempong. The title of the show was Jara Miss Castro. And we met and we played. We did the Stradinam together. So, from that time we've been talking on the phone, and that was when I invited him to do to feature on my song in Kumasi. So me and Castro, there's no problem. There's no problem at all with Jara and Castro. He's my son, quote unquote, he's my son, and he remains my son. Yeah.
Uncle Joe, thank you so much for talking to us.
You're welcome.